Hey everybody, it's Haley AM here. So my buying has gotten to the point where I have to start storing my books. And so I got back from work. I'm going to be storing some books away, but before I store them away, I want to tell you guys about them. So this is kind of a rehashing of books that I've read. Either I've recently read or that I have yet to read. Sorry. Sorry about that. But these books, I've already read them, and I want to get them out of my hair. So, I'm going to start off with my adult books, because I only have really one adult book, and that's The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold. This is the movie cover. Like I said a while back, I got rid of my actual cover. I gave it to my work. This book got a 5 out of 5 from me. It's about this girl who gets killed by a neighbor, and she is trying to reach her parents from heaven and catch the killer. It was a really good book, but a lot of strong subjects in this book. Not only with Susie, but also with her sister at the end. So, parental guidance. So, but good book. 5 out of 5. My next book that I'm going to talk about is my Dark Hunters graphic novel. I only own book 1, but so it's Dark Hunters Volume 1, I guess, by Cheryl Kenyon. I loved this series. This was definitely the better of the two so far. I really like Amanda. I do own not all of them. I own some of the actual Dark Hunter books, but I haven't read them yet. All of them, I've read one, and I love them. I love the sex, I love the gore, I love it all. It's definitely a good series to get into. But that one, I don't have my rating to still on it. I want to say I gave it a 5 out of 5. My brain's not with me right now, I'm sorry. I worked all day. Okay, then I have the Bind Up of Dangerous Angels by Francesca Leblanc. I think that's how you pronounce this girl's name. This is about this girl named Easy Bat, and this is the bind up of all 5 books. It's about this girl named Wheezy Bat and her trials and tribulations of being a mother, a young mother. And it deals with gays, and it deals with babies and witchcraft and the supernatural, and it's a really fun, odd story to read. I haven't read them in a long time, but when I saw this, I had to get it. I want to say I only paid $1 for it, so it's a bind up. But I was very happy. It has Wheezy Bat, Witch Baby, Cherokee Bat and the Goat Boys, the Missing Angel June, and Baby Bebop. So, yeah, I really like this story. This is definitely something I would pick up and tell you guys to read. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 just because it's such a funny story and such a light-hearted novel for once. Then I have Emiko Blue by Brenda Woods. This book only got a 4 out of 5, but it's so small. It's about this girl named Emiko who's a very good singer, and it's about the story's taking place at her funeral and people looking back on her lives. I really like the multiple characters, and it really just sticks out to me as a really good, quick, easy read for somebody who wants a step in someone else's shoes kind of feel. On a different note, I have Green Angel by Alice Hoffman. This book only got a 3 out of 5 for good reason. It definitely was not my favorite, and I really wanted more from this, and I don't feel like I got it. It's about this girl named Alice after her parents died in a tragic accident. She's forced to live on her own and learn that life goes on after death. The general idea was good, but the story needed much more to make it one of my favorites. It only got a 3 out of 5. Then I have What My Mother Doesn't Know by Alice Sebold. This book also got a 3 out of 5, but the sequel to it, What My Girlfriend Doesn't Know, only got a 2. I really like the idea, but this girl is so immature and so annoying, and I know she's very young, but she still makes a lot of stupid decisions that make me really question how dumb the author really thinks that teenagers are. Then you have Born Blue by Han Nolan. This book got a 4 out of 5. I really like this story. It's about this girl named, Janie or Alicia, who goes out and is trying to make a name for herself, but gets caught up in drugs and gets pregnant and has to learn that life is not a party. You are responsible for your actions from the day you were born until the day you die. And it's a really good book. I gave it a 4 out of 5, but I like Han Nolan. It just seems like a good author. I've never read anything else by him, and I'm hopefully going to be reading The Pregnancy Pause very soon. I started reading it today at work, and yeah. I only got through 2 pages, and I was dying laughing. But the next book is Get Well Soon by Julie Halperman. This book got a 4 out of 5. I love the cover. This is about a girl in a mental institute, a girl named Anna in a mental institution, and it's really quirky and really cute and really funny, but it really definitely gives some insight of what it's like to be in a mental institution, that you aren't as insane as you think you are. But I really liked it, and it definitely gives a different insight to life. So, I recommend that one. It got a 4 out of 5. Then you have Define Normal by Julie Ann Peters. And this is about a girl who's very calm, very controlled, and about a punk rock girl who isn't so controlled. And them trying to define what normal is for themselves, what normal is in society, what is normal. This book only got a 3 out of 5 on my scale, just for the simple fact that it didn't really sit well with me. It just, I wouldn't recommend reading this book to anybody, but I would not recommend. I wouldn't say, don't read this book. Or, hey, you should really read this book. It's neither. It's nothing special, I guess. Yeah. Then I have these 3, which is the only series that I have, of the full series, I should say. And that is the Dreamcatcher trilogy by Lisa McMahon. The book Wake is the first book in the trilogy, and you start to learn a lot about the characters. You learn a lot about Janie and her life and how she views things and how she wants life to go. This book definitely got a 5 out of 5 because I love the action scenes in it. I love what happens, and I love how she uses her ability to her advantage and learns that, just because life seems like shit doesn't mean you can't, use what you got. Get your resources out there. Then I have Fade. I do not have the dust jacket to this one. This is my only hardcover out of them. I actually got this from work. And this book also got a 5 out of 5. I really like how her character develops in this book. And I love the action in this book. It's very similarly different to the first book, but she's definitely learning to become more of herself. Then you have Gone, which was the only one in the trilogy that got a 4 out of 5. I didn't like how it ended. I wish they would have told you more about her, and I wish she would have changed her mind about what she decided. It was your typical wrap-up, I guess. I wish they would have kind of kept going with it. But that's the way things go, and I still kind of liked it. I actually heard that they're turning the Dreamcatcher series into movies. I'm not happy. I'm tired of them changing my movies, or my books into my movies. Then you have Blood and Chocolate by Annette Curtis Klaus. I love the book and I love the movie for two different reasons. The book is so powerful. I gave it a 5 out of 5. It's definitely that who's your loyalty kind of book. And this used to be my works because you work like that, but we got rid of it. Well, actually, this is not ours, it's our branch's copy. But they got rid of it, so. But I really like this book, and I really like the characters. Also, I like the movie, which is very rare. But like I said, it's for two totally different reasons. The book and the movie are nothing alike, and I love how they represent the loup-garou. So, then, excuse me. Then you have Matched by Ali Condi. This is the first book in a trilogy. The second book is already out, Crossed. I have not read it yet. I am waiting until it goes into paperback because I don't want it to be like My Wake Fading Gone and it be mixed matched. But this is definitely one of those books where you have to read it. Just go through it and read it. Don't skip a lot. It's about this girl who she's thrust into the society of them trying to create perfection in society and take over your choices. Well, that doesn't help when she's not matched with the person that she falls in love with. And it's about how her growth and how she wants to break out of the bubble of society. And she's trying to get out. And if you see in the second cover, you know she is breaking out of society. And I cannot wait to read that. I really hope they release it in paperback soon. I know the third book that has no title yet that I know of comes out in November. They've all come out in November. This was November 2010. Cross was 2011. And the third book will be 2012. That only got a 4 out of 5 just because I wanted more. I wanted so much more emotion in that book, but it was still amazing. Now you have my 3 top picks, even though one of my top 3 only got a 4, and I will start out with that book and I will explain why. And that is Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan. Sorry, my phone just went off. And I only gave it a 4 out of 5 because I got kind of confused at the beginning. I like it if they would have told me that it was the 2 different Will Graysons at the beginning and not left me thinking they were the same one. I'm kind of dumb like that. I don't catch on to that. It's part of being dyslexic, I guess. But, I really wanted more from the boys, okay? I love the ending though. It's very sweet. It's very cute. And I've even convinced my boyfriend to read this. Mr. Horror Fan is going to read this. I'm very excited to see what he thinks of this book. Like I said, it only got a 4 out of 5 on my scale, but I know everybody loves this book. And don't think I'm knocking it by giving it a 4 out of 5. I just wanted more from it. I've got high standards, okay. Then you have another Lisa McMann. Don't think Wake Fading Gone was all I got. I have Crier's Cross by Lisa McMann. This is her standalone. It's about these kids at the school that get haunted by this desk, and it's so spooky, but I gave it a 5 out of 5 because I just couldn't put it down. And I also got my boyfriend to read this one coming up soon, and I want to know what he thinks. He loves horror, and hello. One more book, and I'm done annoying you guys for now. Then I have a book haul. And that is my favorite book. If I could give it a 6 out of 5 on Goodreads, I would have. But that would make no sense. And that is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. I sadly have to put this one away. It's one of my favorite books that I've read so far. It's about suicide. But I really hope that you guys will read this book. I did 2 videos on it, my own personal video and then my review on this video, and I love this book. This is one of those books that I couldn't put down, and okay, I did cry at the end. And it definitely makes you think of life in a whole different way. But this video is already too long. I am going to let you guys go. I have a book haul still to do and a phone to answer. So, I will see you guys in a little bit, and hopefully you guys don't hate me by now. So, bye-bye.